Greetings, YouTube. So tell me, what do we do about the mass shootings in America? How do we stop angry white guy after angry white guy after angry white guy from killing people? We have a case recently where someone survived a mass shooting in Los Angeles only to be killed in a second mass shooting at a country in Western bar. What other country is that going to happen in? Where mass shootings are so common, you can survive one and be killed in another. Someone walked in and killed 2 people in a yoga studio. A white supremacist walked into a Kroger's and killed 2 black people because he failed to get into a church where he could kill more black people. What do we do about this? White supremacist walking into a synagogue and kills 11 people, one of whom survived the Nazi death camps, only to be killed in their own synagogue in America. Angry white guy after angry white guy after angry white guy. And every time this happens, it's always supposed to be some lone wolf. It's always supposed to be a situation where, they were mentally ill. So I've got some suggestions here. How about we have universal health care so that no person in America goes without it, ever, cradle to grave, so that if they need mental health, they get it. If they need a therapist, they are available. If they need medication, it's right there. We also put strong laws into effect that make sure that people who have these kind of mental health issues don't have access to firearms. A number of these people were known entities. People knew they had problems, and yet they were still able to access semi-automatic firearms and kill a whole lot of people. And the last thing, of course, I'm going to suggest is removing semi-automatic firearms from sale. A complete ban on all manufacturer, import, export, sales, and trade of semi-automatic firearms, barring legal contracts for police and the military. That's it. We shut that stuff down. No civilian needs access to those firearms. They were designed for the military. They should remain in the hands of the military. I don't even think cops should have semi-automatic firearms. Give them revolvers. They can't hit somebody in 6 shots. Maybe they need to go back to the range. We need to do something. And thoughts and prayers is a line of bullshit. I don't want your thoughts and prayers. I want policies and action. I want you to do something. I want you to stop taking the money from NRA. I want the NRA declared a terrorist organization because that's what they're doing. They are funding terrorism. They are funding an environment where people whoever wants to get their hands on military-grade weapons can. And they go out and they shoot Americans. Black Americans, Jewish Americans, and fellow white Americans. Sometimes just because they're misogynists or racists. Some because you're just mentally ill. Some because they got pissed off because the president told them that the news media was the enemy of the state, and they believed them. Now, I know people in the comments below are going to talk about how, well, people can be killed with any kind of thing, and you are correct. Go talk to a guard at a prison. They'll tell you how people can be killed with almost anything. Then how many people are killed in prison with shivs, as opposed to being, say, shot in the streets in America? How many people are killed with pipe bombs in America, as opposed to, say, being shot in the street? What was it, 33,000 people last year? The only country in the industrialized world that has this problem is us. Every day there's a mass shooting. Again and again and again and again. Each one, another example of how we have no policies in place to protect Americans. People just want to be able to get up, live their lives, and go to sleep at night and not have to worry about some angry white dude armed with a military-grade weapon gunning them down in the street. My mother is so nervous about going into public, she won't go to movies anymore. Because she's afraid that an angry white dude with a gun is going to kick a door in and start killing people. And yet, we sit back, we do nothing. And the politicians just say, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. Well, you can probably figure out what I think they can do with their thoughts and prayers. I want actions and policies. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of being concerned that anytime there's a gathering in America, some angry white dude's going to come around and decide, hey, you know, today's the day I finally go off. Was it 71% of the domestic terrorists in America are angry white dudes? Angry white men are dangerous in America. And since we're not willing to dismantle the patriarchy and toxic masculinity, maybe we can at least give them the mental health support they need on an individual basis and take away their military-grade firearms when they have proven that they are a danger to the community, and then make those firearms not available to people in the future. We have more firearms than people in this country. That's twisted. And we need to stop that. Just the other day, we had a good guy with a gun stop a mass shooter at his place of work. A security guard did his job. And along came the police and murdered him. Because he was a black guy with a gun. We have a problem in America, and we're not addressing it. And I'm tired of the bullshit. So what do? Do we just sit quietly in the corner and wait our turn to be gunned down? Or do we stand up and say, do something, government? This is your job. You represent the people, and it is my will that you end the madness. So, what do we do?